Ladies and gentlemen, good people, we're back. AAL2 Turf Talk. We in season 2 now, y'all. Episode 3. This one's a little different. It's going to be live. So no corrections, none of that good stuff. You're going to hear strictly what's real, right? It's your boy Cool McCain, your host for season 2. And it's going to be a fun one today. We got a lot of different teams on. We got coaches on from the teams. So that way we can talk a little bit about, players, introductions for those of you who may not know, even some coaches that were here last year and new coaches as well. Opportunity to get reacquainted or meet the new coaches as well. And, of course, how do we expect the season to go? And little other pieces of information we might slide in there. So hope everybody's ready. Hope everybody's watching. And if you're not, then you need to come on in. And if you're here, make sure you share this out and let everybody know. AAL2, we in the building talking. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with the Grizzlies. So we got Coach Wilson, and then we have OC Travis in the building as well. So the first thing we'll do is I'll allow these guys to just introduce themselves. Travis, we'll start with you, and then after that, Coach Wilson. So let everybody know who you are, how you got here. Obviously, I've already said what your position is in the team, but just, tell them a little bit about you, your journey, how you got to where you're at.
Yeah. So again, my name is Travis. I started off coaching some youth ball. I'm originally from Wisconsin. Started off coaching youth ball, coached through high school ball. I was the special teams coordinator last year with the Sheboygan County SaberCats semi-pro organization. Made a move to Michigan this year and got brought on with the Grizzlies to be their offensive coordinator. So first year with them and looking forward to a great season.
Definitely. Coach Wilson?
Yeah, Coach Bob Wilson. This will be my 35th year coaching football. Started out in youth football in the city of Jackson, Michigan, and slowly worked up through middle school, high school, joined the Michigan Warriors in semi-pro, and then the Grizzlies contacted me, so I jumped on board with them.
Sounds good. So, guys, we'll start off here. Any guys that you brought in, any standouts, anybody that you're seeing so far? Obviously, we're heading into camp, so a lot of things can change between, now and once you get through camp. But any guys you kind of brought in, any guys you're looking at that you're like, man, these guys feel like they're going to be a really good piece of the team right now that you want to give that information away?
Travis can explain our up-and-coming quarterback. Our other one moved, so.
Okay. Travis, look like you got put on the spot, buddy.
Bob, I can't hear you on my end, but, I think going into camp, I mean, a lot of things are open. It's the offense that we're going to be coming out with is a little different. I think what most people are going to be used to, but some of our main guys. I mean, I'm not going to give a whole lot away right now. Being one of the newer guys over here, I'm still learning everybody and everything else as well. Well, I know it's going to be a show this season for sure. I'm geared up and I'm ready.
Now, Coach Wilson wanted you to tell us a little bit about your quarterback.
Yeah.
So, quarterback's going to probably right now. If I'm going to pinpoint it right now, it's probably going to be Deion Brown. Right now with us over here with the Grizzlies, obviously. Going to be rolling with him, it sounds like. Some good conversations have been had. Just some meaningful pieces and just trying to understand more of his background and make sure that it's matching up to what the offense is going to need. So far it does. So looking forward to that right away, and obviously making everything else jealous. We keep moving.
Makes sense.
I'd
Now,
like
that's how you give some information without giving any information. Fair enough.
That's right.
I'd like to point out we're having tryouts on the 28th also in Novi.
All right. So
And
again, Coach Wilson saying tryouts on the 28th. So if you're interested, still a slight chance.
yep, shoot me a message or
Yeah,
Travis.
I mean, especially for anybody else who's like, linemen, etc. Feel free to reach out. Come on out. Always looking for some people, and you never know where this road really takes you. So,
All right. When you were saying, Coach Wilson?
Our original quarterback, his last name was Sosa. I guess he's moving to the East Coast. So Dion is probably going to step in, but obviously he's got to earn it too.
Yeah,
And
Camp will tell you a lot.
yeah, we're just pleased with the way things have turned out the past couple of years, going from 3-3-1 to last year 7-1 and West Division champions in the Winter Indoor Football League. And we decided to step it up and join AAL2, and maybe we can make some noise, maybe build on what we did last year. But we have
I
nothing
like it.
but respect for the rest of the teams. We know we got to step up.
Love it, love it. So, being that you guys are new to AL2, what do you kind of feel like is your goals for year one?
I would say we would really like, obviously, to win the conference.
Of course.
But we'd want to make sure that we have a strong showing, go out there and prove that we earned moving up a division, just to represent ourselves well. Basically, we didn't finish the season like we wanted to, so we want to right the ship.
Sounds good. I like it. Coach Travis, anything you want to add to that? I know you couldn't really hear him, but
I mean, from everything I'm seeing and hearing from the guys, I mean, they ready. They're ready to ball.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be something. It's gonna be let's get out here and prove something. Let's show these guys what's going on. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. I'm amped up. Ever since I got brought on, and everything else, my mind just went strictly to football. It's go time now.
fair enough, fair enough. So, gentlemen, if there's anything else that you'd like to throw out there, feel free to. And also just ask you to let the people know where they can find you on social media, and then also, of course, where they can find the team. Coach Travis, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said before, I'm looking forward to all the good competition in the league itself. Off of Facebook should just be I believe it's the Mid Michigan Grizzlies. Um, that's the one page I know of right now. Then you can find me personally at Coach_Torino1 through Instagram. I believe our team also has an Instagram. I think Bob could probably cover that more, but that's kind of where we're at. Hey. But yeah, looking forward to it. Like I said,
I just want to say we're excited to move up to AAL2, and we're excited that Lansing, Michigan is allowing us to represent them, but we feel like we're going to represent the whole state. And we also know that there's a draft coming up, so we're helping our players move up if they can. If they get drafted, we're preparing our players to move up. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough. I like that. Of course, one of the things with AAL2 is anytime throughout the season, there can be opportunities for guys to, move up to other leagues, other teams. And, coaching and having the depth is important. So I know you guys, if you were brought in, you definitely understand that concept, because if not, you wouldn't be here. So
you're going to learn quick.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a real quick experience. So we did have a new gentleman join here. So we'll go ahead and give him an opportunity to throw out his information. Let everybody know who you are, sir.
How y'all doing? I'm Chris Freison. I'm the owner of the Grizzlies. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook at Chris A. Freison Jr. I'm not big on social medias or whatever like that, so I'm mostly on our Grizzlies page, running the Grizzlies page or whatever like that. But other than that, Facebook is where you can find me.
Same with me.
Fair enough. Anything you want to throw out there real quick, Chris? I know you kind of hopping in late, but anything you want to throw out there? We're just kind of introducing the team and, guys you think might be some impact players. They didn't give away any information. They did the nice talk around, so you're good on that.
I mean, I feel like as long as we play Grizzly ball this year, we're gonna be just fine in the AL2. I feel like it was long overdue, for real. Like Coach Bob said earlier, the way we finished off in the WIF in the winter, just bad taste in our mouth. We don't feel like we played Grizzly ball that night, and we just ready to get this season started and show everybody what we capable of. We got a lot of guys over here that's pretty decent. That's ready to ball out and show what they're capable of doing and getting signed to higher leagues also.
Fair enough, man. I love it. All right, so gentlemen, welcome to AAL2, and good luck this season. Definitely will be checking in with you quite often, hopefully.
We're ready.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, so we are back in the building. Can you hear me, Coach Moreland?
Every time it go out, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you, but I guess you can hear me. But every time it go out and come back in, I can't hear the sound. So let me exit. I'm gonna join right back.
Okay. So yeah, just real quick, make sure you're hitting that like button, that share button, that subscribe button if you haven't already, or that love button, the little heart. That works too. It's gonna be an exciting season in AAL2. We're gonna be introduced to some new coaches, some returning guys as well. So it's going to be a really exciting experience. More teams, so more games. So, more people can be reached. Can you hear me now, Coach Moreland?
Yes, sir. Every time we go in and out, it tells me to click for the sound, but I'm back. I can hear you.
Perfect. So, man, good to have you on. We'll talk a little bit, of course, about the team. But, of course, we always start out with just get a little information about you for the people. So just let the people know, who you are, how you got here, any information you want to give us about your steps along the way.
All right. It's good to be on. I'm Coach James Moreland, owner of the Peach State Cats. We try to stay away from, social media and going live and all that because we got something in our bag. But, I'm the owner of the Peach State Cats. I've been coaching going on, I want to say like 15 years. I thought I started off coaching youth, but I actually started off as a player coach when I played back with the Marion Blue Racers under Lamonte Coleman. But so I kind of started off coaching as a player there, learning the arena game. I ended up playing with Marion, quarterback and defensive back. After those years, I ended up coaching, youth football and high school football, and now I'm coaching. I'm on the Columbus Lions coaching staff as a receivers quarterback coach or whatever. Okay. And I'm here, so ready to answer any question you got for me.
Fair enough. So I know you guys were not part of the league last year, so
yes,
you're coming into the league. So welcome to AAL2.
Yes, and I would like to speak on that. We wasn't running from the AAL2, but so when I got on with the Columbus Lions, the schedules was kind of conflicting, so I didn't have my established staff that I have now to where I could miss a game or whatever and it'll run smooth. So that's what that problem was, and as you can see, we're back. But yeah, that's what happened then. We wanted to be in. Trust me, with all those teams that was in, we wanted to be in. It was just I didn't want to leave the Cats, without a foundational staff to actually run it while I was gone or whatever. But yeah, we locked and loaded and ready now.
See, I didn't even have to go him into the question of what happened last year, right? He was ready. But hey, there's nothing wrong with it. It is. I feel like at times it makes more sense to say, you know what? If I do this, it's not going to be a good product. So let me just step back and get it right, and then we can step back in when everything's smooth and good to go. So definitely makes sense to me, man. So it sounds like you have been able to get the staff that you feel comfortable. If something happens and there's a conflict that you're not able to be there, that you got guys that can run the show. So
yes, sir.
That's definitely a positive. Man. So any guys from tryouts, and obviously we haven't gotten into camp yet, but any guys from tryouts that you're kind of looking and saying, I think I got a couple of guys that, I might be able to do something with.
Right. So from the tryouts, we had some guys, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. We had some guys that come through it at a tryout, and I told them, like, dude, you're bigger than this. Like, you're bigger than this. And I went on and sent them up for real. We have I'll say his name. We had Evan DiMaggio. He just signed with the Southwest Kansas Storm. Y'all would have seen him. He would have been hell on wheels. Y'all would have seen him. But I went on and sent him up. But if I had to, say anything about the roster or anybody or just the roster, I would say our entire roster. Now, if you want me to go into specifics, if you just say a position, I'll name some guys in that group. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I'll leave it up to you to ask what group do you want to know about, what position group you want to know about. I'll name some players, but our entire roster is ready. They locked in, loaded. Everybody's looking for the opportunity to get to the next level, so that's where we at.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is Coach Warren, I'm just gonna say this: if there's anybody you want to throw out there, you can. I'm not even going to press or ask you about anybody specifically, so you can keep your competitive advantage.
Just ask the position. If you say the position, then I'll say some names.
Okay, wide receiver, let's go. Uh-oh. He got caught up in the matrix for a second, y'all. Hey, it happens. We live. Sometimes we get a little bit off track from things. But what I like about what he's saying is, hey, you let me know. I've got guys I feel confident about at every position. So what that means is we are going to have a team that should be able to perform at a high level, right? And there may be times where Coach Moreland won't be able to be there because of
can you hear me still?
Other team as well. But yeah, I can hear you.
So I'm sorry.
Was just saying
I'm a busy guy, so people calling my phone and stuff like that. So that's why trust me, I'm always logged back on. I'm gonna decline the call. I'm always logged back on. So, but if you just name a position, and I'll give you some names out of that group.
Okay, let's go wide receiver.
Wide receivers, we have Kevin McFadden, we have Mike Swan, we have Michael Figures, we have Manny Humas, we have Cornelius. We ready. You want to go another position? I can go there too.
We'll go one more. Let's go DBs, the safeties and corners. What you got there?
We got Marquise Robinson locked down. We got Darius Graham. We got Gary Craig, we got Akeem Peoples. Who am I missing out of that group? I'm gonna leave it right there right now.
Fair enough. So yeah, I like the fact that you had guys and you say, you know what, man, you need to go ahead and go up. And that's one of the things that the teams, owners, coaches, and everything in AAL2 that I really admire, right? Because it takes a special person to say, ooh, I can have this dude at least for a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Give me some wins and some dubs. Have a guy that I feel like is a little bit more advanced than a lot of the guys that are going to be playing. But I'd rather do what's right for the player. If I know he has the skills right now, go ahead and send him up so he can get, advanced. And that's definitely something that from Commissioner Roque on down that I heard all last year. You know what I'm saying? And I love that that's everyone's mind state. So if you're out there and you're watching and you're looking for somewhere to start your career, and you want to be a football player, you're looking at Arena League indoor, AL2 is a place that you should definitely pay attention to because these guys are not holding you. They're not saying you're good. I want to keep you. They're saying if we feel like you're good enough to go up, I'll send you up. That's what everybody else on the team is supposed to be working to take your place for. So I'm not saying the other leagues are not like that, but I'm saying this league, pillar to post, all the teams are like that. And it may not be like that everywhere else. So just want to throw that out there for y'all. They may be looking. Well, I didn't want to say that, but you said
I'll say it. It's not. I know some semi-pro teams. I know some other arena leagues. Like they want to hold you there and win these championships. That I say they don't mean nothing. I mean, they mean something, but it's like they don't mean that. Let's see this guy make his dream come true. Let's get him paid to play, and let's try to see him go as far as he can go. That's what I do it for.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. So now that you're back into the league after your break last year, what do you feel like is you guys' outlook for this season?
So last year we ended up playing the independent schedule, so we weren't just out. But my outcome, my outlook, my goal this year is to make it to the championship game again and bringing it home, bringing it back to the South again. And like I said, just we're a championship organization for real. Like I said, we don't put championship as our goal. We put as moving players up. But if you get enough players that want to move up, championship will come. Because it's gonna be on film, it'll be displayed. So but I'll say it. Our goal is to go to the championship and win the championship. Like ever since I've taken over as owner, we've won the championship or we've lost the championship. So I mean, we're a championship organization, so our goal is to get there and win it.
Yep, definitely glad to have you guys back in the league this year. A lot of other coaches and guys are telling me about Peach State and how good you guys were, and they were excited that we're going to be coming back this year. So definitely excited to have you guys back in the fold with AAL2, and it's going to be a fun season, man.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back. Keep these friendly rivalries going with the Predators. This new rivalry going with the Aviators. This rivalry going on with the River Gators. Like I love them guys, but they know what's up. They know what time it is. They're gonna have to play ball, baby.
They gonna have to play ball.
My daughter walking in. Hold on. Look, they're gonna want to get out of here.
All right, so just one last thing for you, Miss. One last thing.
Busy house, busy phone.
I get it. So, if you let everybody know where they can find you, and if you have any last thoughts you want to give, please feel free to give them.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, James Moreland, or you can find a Cats page, Peach State Cats. You can find us on Instagram, me, Coach_Moreland15, or the Cats is Cats with a Z _IG_TV. That's the official one. We'll change it later, but that's the official one right now. I just want to give a shout out to my coaching staff, Coach Sanders, Coach Boykins, Coach Earwood, my trainer, AJ. I got a player coach, Jeremiah Kane. And I also want to give a shout out to the Columbus Lions for real. We've been in partnership together, funneling players or whatever. But that's pretty much it. Glad to be back. Glad to be on the show. That's it. You got any more questions for me? I'm ready. Look, like I said, we try to stay away from this because we ready now. We try to stay away from the camera, going live and all that. But since you got me, anything else you want to know?
We are good right now, sir, but we'll definitely be looking forward to having you on. Good luck for the season, and definitely have you on for some episodes.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, sir. All right, good people. So we back in the building. We here with coach for the Ohio Legends. Coach Charles, what's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, can't complain, man. Can't complain. Just excited to get in and get some of the guys that newer, the teams that are newer to AAL2. Obviously, you've been around, but newer to AAL2. Just introduce them to the people. Hopefully, I'll bring some of the people that slide with y'all, over here to check us out, and then hopefully some of our people start checking y'all out from your area. So, good to have you here, man. Good to have you here.
Pleasure. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. So, first thing is always, Coach, just introduce yourself. Let the people know how you got to where you're at.
Coach Charles, everybody here in Columbus, Ohio. Personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach. Got a unique opportunity to coach in the WFA, the Women's Professional League. That turned into me being able to get an opportunity to coach middle schoolers. That turned into another opportunity where I moved on to coaching arena team, the Pack Gang here in Columbus. And I, just through, certain situations, I got blessed where I ended up starting my own team and, the Ohio Legends. And, we're here now.
Love it, man. Love it. It's always good when you just, things seem to kind of work out the right way for you. Kind of makes you feel like you're doing the right thing. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, being that you're, first year here with the AAL2, what are your goals for the organization for year one?
To shock the world, to show everybody that we belong here. Like, I know that's a vague thing. Everybody says that, but we were supposed to be here a long time ago. When I say that, just, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. But, everything, the timing and everything is aligning now. So we're here now, but it's just the show, what we were supposed to have showed last year and what we're going to this year is just like, wow. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for to get that. Yeah, that's that team that y'all got to watch out for.
I like that. And you might think it's cliche, but you're the first person that said that.
No, I'm going to tell you.
So, I like it, man. And any specific players that you'd like to talk about as far as guys that have kind of stood out so far? Now, I get it. It's preseason. You hadn't really got a chance to work in camp or anything, but just, just want to see if there's anybody that kind of caught your eye.
I can't pick one player and I'm going to tell you why. The thing is, when you get a team where every player decides to lock in, every player decides to be coachable, starts to do the things that, the coaches are asking them to do without you being around, that's where you got to be like, okay, I got to keep my eye on everybody. And right now, that's where the team is at. Like, there's no bragging, there's no crap talking or anything. It's just the fact that these guys are getting on my nerves because they're ready. Every day, can we have a practice today? Can we do this? Hey guys, in the group, they're sending their workouts. They're in there. They're motivating each other. It's a blessing to see that. So the whole group. Watch out for the whole group. Everybody. I promise you, everybody.
Just so you know, a couple of your players have been in the chat. Like, say me, coach.
I see him. I mean, there's like Dom Townsend. Oh my God. I think I seen Jay in there. I mean, TK, Bone, Dante Bone. We have a lot of players. I mean, I could name, but it would be really naming everybody. I'm because they're going to come out and they're ready to perform.
Fair enough. So, talk to me about the fact that you have a real arena, and you're gonna have this year the only one at AAL2.
Yeah, that was done on purpose. But but no. Ideally, I mean, again, last year, again, was like I said, I wanted to be in AAL last year, and then I had to sit back, and while that time was to sit back and regroup, I said me and the team understood that we wanted to come back proper. We wanted to be, we wanted the real arena look. I mean, yeah, all much respect to, where we came from, because we done played in the soccer, the ones with fields, no fields, outside, inside, it didn't matter, but we really want to put on a show for, the Midwest. We really want to showcase the talent that's in Ohio. So it was the proper step.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. One of the things that I've noticed with certain AL2 teams is the presentation, right? You get, you have, the whole thing. You got cheerleaders, hype team, whatever. You got you MC. You kind of make it an experience. Right. And I think that for me, the teams that make it the experience, that's how you get the casual people. Just like, it's not like NFL season or anything. And, I'm not really a baseball guy. I like football. So this is a place to go. And then they get that experience. It's like, all right, bet. It's like, I'm going to stay now because I get the experience as well as get to see, what I believe is a good quality product. And I know you being part of AL2 this year, there's always the next man up, because you never know when guys may be moving from your team to, a higher team, right? And that's the goal. But the preparation that you guys as staff do, as coaches and staff, to make sure that there's someone else to take that role. And it may not be exactly the same level, but having guys ready is very important. And that's one thing that I try to hammer home when we're doing these shows. So I want people to understand, you may not see a face that you really like because they may move, but you're going to see a team that you still really like, and you're going to still see a good quality brand of football, whether that person is there or not. So yeah, that's big for me for AL2. Man, you guys have had a lot of energy today, and y'all can come in ready to love it. And I know that this is gonna roll over to the field, and these are gonna be some wild games.
Man, they ready, man. They ready.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. So, Coach Chris, any other thoughts or anything you want to throw out there? And definitely please let the people know where they can find you as well as the team.
Well, you can find Coach Charles at Charles Winters on Facebook. I mean, but the Legends, Ohio Legends on Facebook, Legends Arena Football on TikTok and Instagram. You can also find our website is also linked onto our Facebook page. So anything you can Google and put in Ohio Legends, and everything will pop up too. So all you gotta do is just type our name in there, and you're gonna find us. But I just want to just let everybody know to just be ready for a show. I mean, we got blessed to be in Marion, Ohio, and we're really excited about the fact that we're going to be able to put on a show for a town that's really looking forward to it. So, that's the biggest thing. And not only that, it's representing the league and, the people of Marion properly, and Ohio, showing the talent that we got. So it's just really just ready to show that show and really go out there and do what we do.
I love it, man. And welcome to the league.
And tell Mr. Moreland we gonna see him at that playoff game. Like he talking. Yeah. We on his heels. He said he got the team that's the beat. Then we got to go for him.
I feel it. So yeah, man, welcome to the league, and good luck on the season. And hopefully we'll be able to chop it up quite a few times.
Absolutely appreciate y'all. Thank you.
No problem, man. No problem. All right, good people. We're back in the building. We're with somebody that y'all seen quite a few times, I'm sure. Coach Bird for the North Carolina Predators.
How's it going? Can you hear me cool?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, man. So, how's everything going, man?
Going good, man. Going good. Enjoying this fine weather right now.
Yep. So, you know how we do. I'll let you introduce yourself. Let everybody know how you got where you at.
Yeah. Coach Bird, Ralph Bird. You can find me on Facebook as Ralph D. Bird. Instagram as Coach D Bird. Twitter, X as Coach D Bird. You can find the team as Carolina Predators Arena Football on Facebook. Same name on Instagram and Twitter. And then you can also find us our YouTube page, Carolina Predators Arena Football. Then you can find our website, CarolinaPredators.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Coach Bird's one of the coaches that was, here last year, in that Southern Division, where there's a lot of hype around it, and it did produce the champion, right? And new season now, right? Been a little bit of some movement with Carolina. Some things have happened. If you want to speak on those, you can definitely, as far as new partners, things going on with your team. But what is your outlook for this season in AAL2?
Outlook the same as last year. It's all about the South. We lost Mississippi, division league champion. We got Peach State back, who has been the South champion and into the AAL2 championship. I mean, so like I said last year, if you ask me, no matter what, the championship come back to the South. I mean, so it is what it is. Nobody just got to prove me wrong.
Fair enough. So any players that you want to kind of talk about? Like I said, I know we haven't had camps yet going into that. And obviously a lot can change between what you're seeing now in tryouts and then once you get in camp. But anybody you kind of looking at and being like,
I mean, I got a couple of them I'm looking at. I ain't gonna put them out there first. I'm gonna let that week one. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves to the world then. And then after that, then we'll bring them on the podcast and let them introduce themselves that way. I mean, but like I say, this team here, as we always say, we build this team as a family. No one person is bigger than the team. So the outcome that each person plays is detrimental to the outcome of where this team is trying to go. Old Coach Gregory,
I can rock with that. I can definitely rock with that. Now, kind of alluded to it a few minutes ago. I know you've had some additions, and obviously we're not going to get into specifics, but you want to just kind of throw out there what's going on with the Carolina Predators from last year to this year, as far as do ownership people, any of that you want to get into?
I can definitely do that. The ownership group since this team has started has been 2. This year we're moved to 5 with a possibility of 6. And the 3 to 4, the 3 that's already in, and the 4th is possible to come in, are great additions to the organization. They're great additions to arena football. And like I said, we're always looking to build this brand and move it. So our whole goal is to build year by year, get better year by year. So, like I say, hopefully within the next month, I'll be able to get, if not all, a couple of my new partners on so they can introduce themselves and share their vision. But we all have the same mindset and vision for the organization moving forward. I mean, that's the reason why it was so easy to bring them on board. Is because the outlook that we all share is the same.
Bet. Love to hear it, man. Not really too much we need to say right now because I know your thing is when the season starts, right?
Yes,
season starts, playing. You don't really you like to keep everything a little close to the vest. But I'll ask you this question: how do you feel the partnership with the AAL, which is returning this year, is going to affect? Of course, we're talking about positive here. Positively affect, both leagues. from your perspective?
How the AAL is going to
The partnership with the AAL and you guys, the AAL too.
It's really going to affect the outlook of indoor football different.
Okay.
Because you haven't had a feeder league as AAL and AAL2 since you had the AFL and the AFL2. And that was a great partnership that they did have going on between both leagues. So this to me is the newer version of what was in the past. And what was in the past had a great product on and off the field in both leagues. And I think AJ and them building the same thing with AAL. I think we should see a lot more interest after year one of AAL, and we see a lot more interest after the AAL2. So I believe this league is going to be one of the, as they say, one of the top tiers going towards the with NAL, the IFL, as far as production wise with teams and on and off the field. But as far as cost efficient wise for organizations, I don't see nothing that's better than what AJ and them have right now.
Fair enough. So I was told to ask you about Edward Mangum. So talk to me about Edward Mangum.
Edward Mangum. That's my guy. Edward came to us last year. He got brought in with the Carolina Ravens out of Florence. Team that put a lot of stuff out there, what they're gonna do and it all came to find out that it wasn't true. So he reached out to me, brought me in. From day one, Edward showed that he's a ball player. Willing to learn, do whatever. His passion was to move forward, no matter if it was higher indoor leagues, outdoor leagues. But he did get a contract over in Spain and Barcelona. Had his first game yesterday. I come find out he had a couple tackles and had a kick return for a TD in his debut. So I see a lot of great things going with Edward over there. That makes a second guy that's across seas. That's playing over there. We have a guy named Kenneth Patton, who's with us season 2. He's been in Germany ever since. And he's doing great things over there. I mean, so that just shows you about the league, the teams. It really all depends on the mindset. Just like Coach Wallen just said a minute ago, our whole mindset, the main goal is championships in a way as an organization. But the top tier goal is to get the guys move up and moved out. Because without them, it's no us. So we're not trying to hold nobody here who has the opportunity, the ability, and the will to move. So, but like I say, Coach Moore hit it on the knot when he said that. So we both, me and Moreland, we go back years. Like he said, friendly rivalry, year in, year out. And I look forward to April 11th when we make that trip back down to Swanee. Last time we played P State down in Swanee was a year that they went to the AL2 championship, but it ended up suffering a defeat from the Predators. So, Coach Moore, we coming down. No, we actually played them last year in a preseason game, and they beat us. They showed us what we needed to work on, and like I say, he has a great organization down there. But our goal stays the same, Coach Boiler. Our goal is to make to the AAL2 championship and win it also.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Bless you.
Sounds real good, man. definitely good luck to you this season.
Appreciate it.
And definitely hope to have you on many more times this season. And I appreciate your time, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all and everything y'all do. You and Sam, and the whole Shady
Absolutely.
Sports Network. Oh yeah.
All right, good people. Got a chance to talk to a lot of the coaches / owners. Some good insights, some good information. So now we got Commissioner Roque in the building. What's going on, Commissioner? Can't hear you. You on mute?
It's been a while.
There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happy to be
But y'all
back.
been
Happy to be
grinding.
back with this. Huh?
Yeah, but y'all been grinding.
Yeah.
Swelling up the league, getting more teams, you know what I'm saying? Moving some teams up. A lot been happening.
Yeah. Man, and a lot is happening. It's crazy. So
Yes, it is.
But
man. Yes, it is.
hey, can't forget about where we're at and where we came from, right? So this is if it wasn't for this right here, the AAL2, there you wouldn't be at the AAL right now.
This is very true. And there's been a lot of guys, and I know we're going to do this every week, right? We're going to do this. There's been a lot of guys that have moved from AAL2 to other leagues, right? Obviously, AAL being one of the leagues, but many opportunities the guys have gotten started in AAL2. That's why I always say this league, I know for sure this league wants people to move and be successful more than they want to win.
Yep.
You want to win, but you want the guys that have the opportunity to be successful more. And you can't say that about everybody.
Right. And, there's always going to be some coaches that don't want to lose players, right? Because they want to win.
Yeah.
But when your guys do leave, right, the guys that see that player leave, like, oh, well, I'm going to go play at, with this team.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to leave too. So, letting your players go also helps you out too. Right?
Yeah.
Letting them move up.
That's a good point. It's a very good point.
And that's usually helps itself out in the end for the team.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So anything going on that you feel comfortable talking about now? It's all good, but gotta ask the question.
Yeah. It's whatever you guys got for me. Talk about whatever. We got the AAL2 starting camp next week, so let's do it.
Yeah,
got the draft coming up.
Hey, it's like you're reading my mind. So we got camp coming up. So, as commissioner, what kind of will be your role for camp this season?
I want to be able to get to as many camps as I can, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Also want to get on a Zoom call for the ones I can't get to, right? And just talk about the upcoming season, the upcoming draft, any questions they may have, any confusion with the draft, just answering any questions, because
right.
I mean, I just love talking about, right, the AAL and AAL2. And I just want to make sure there's clear understanding of the AAL, AAL2, the draft, and and how we want to go about the season coming up on and off the field.
Absolutely. Speaking of off the field, I know one of the focuses, I'm sure it still is, that we talked about last year was professionalism for guys on the sidelines, off the field, as well as on the field. Because one of the things is we all know if you're going to get to higher levels, you can be really good on the field, but if you don't have off the field, you're not going to stay. So, I know that's been a focus. I'm sure it's going to continue to be a focus. But is that something that obviously with some new teams coming, is it something you got to kind of not really press on, but just make sure you express to everyone just to make sure that that's clear?
Yeah, and I think the coaches we have and stuff, and right, everybody's serious about their program and how their program is represented. So I believe the coaches will take care of that before it even gets to even being a problem or anything. Personally,
I mean, I think they would too. I just got to ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
honestly,
yeah. I mean, like I said, we make sure everybody's aligned. Before they come in.
Yeah, I know the back office work that you guys do to make sure you've talked to people and you're getting the right people that fit what you want, the organization to be. So I know you've already done that. It's just one of them. Got to ask the question, so people want to know. They got the answer.
Yeah, especially if it's a team that's been around. We ask people that played against them. People that just know them, know the owners, know the coaches. So it's a lot of people that we reach out to ask and see about that team, right? And that's how some teams don't get in, is because they be like, be careful. And when it comes from more than one person, it's not a good thing.
Right. Definitely understand that, man. So I've had a chance to talk to, if not all, maybe almost all of the coaches and players from the new teams as well, some of those. And I got to say, it definitely follows what you're saying as far as the type of teams, type of people. You can tell that you're looking for a certain type of organization, right? Certain type of players that play on teams and coaches and everything. And the teams that we have that. And I feel like that's very important because it kind of like allows you to align properly. And then that's one thing that, you want to focus on, but you can focus more on the field, referees, field conditions, so many other things, because you don't have to spend so much time with something that should be pretty basic.
Right. And speaking of the referees, having the head officials, Jeff Loeffler now, that's overseeing the AAL and AAL2, that's going to be huge for our refs in both leagues, being able to have somebody to go to as a referee of one of these teams, can go to Jeff and get any questions answered. And when they have their weekly, calls and clinics and stuff leading up to the season and during the season, a lot of confusion will be eliminated. I think that's one of the biggest things we haven't had that we needed and was much needed going into this 26 season, was the head of officials.
And that's what you call throwing a bunny, good people. I knew when I said referees, I knew it was covered with that. But that is important. No, that really is important because, there are several times we talked about games. We had people on, we had conversations offline with different coaches, and their thing was, we do really need that guy that handles officiating and that is like, over that to kind of fix some of the perceived problems. So it's a good opportunity to get that in now that everything is growing and league's becoming more solidified. It's a good time to make it happen. You guys definitely did that and had a chance to talk to him. And I mean, he seems like he's ready to go. So this should be fun.
Yeah.
To eliminate a lot of those issues, hopefully.
And he actually worked in the AAL before with the West Virginia Rough Riders. He was one of their referees out there, and he also worked in AAL2 back in 24 with the Miners as well. Yeah. And then he was with the Miners in the NAL last year. So, it's a guy that's been around the indoor game, both the indoor and arena style. So, somebody who understands the rules, clearly. So, that's huge. That's huge to have.
Yeah, knowledge is important, man. And somebody that people can look at and say, okay, we feel like he's going to do the best job he can. He may not be, it may not be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but I feel like it's a guy that's going to do the best job that he can, call it down the middle as much as possible and make the right adjustments. That's all you can really ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, switching gears real quick to the draft. So I know a lot of people have been confused and they're only getting maybe partial pieces of information on the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could you kind of clarify the draft process a little bit for those who may not have gotten all the information.
So the draft is April 19th in Columbus, Georgia, at 1 p.m. So basically, all four of the AAL teams are going to draft 4 players that have either played in the AAL2 or signed up and actually on a AAL2 roster for the 26th season. And so basically a total of 16 guys will be drafted out of the entire AAL, not just from one team.
Right.
So from 14 teams, let's just say everybody has 30 guys. That's I don't do math, so that's, I don't know, 300 and some players. Only 16 are getting drafted.
Right.
Now, once you get drafted, you are to report to your team as soon as possible. Some guys may not draft guys that's far away. Some may draft guys far away, right? Because they have housing and everything set up. Now those 4 guys that are drafted will be able to stay within that organization 2 weeks. Those 4 players will have a chance to see who actually is going to be the final 2 that's going to make that roster. So those 4 guys will each get a chance to play in the game for an AAL team before that AAL team makes their decision of the 2 guys that they're actually going to keep. But just because they keep those 2 guys, those other 2 guys that go back to their respective teams can still come back up at any moment.
Right.
So you're still a part of that AAL team that drafted you. So
It's like,
and I think the one other thing that some people are forgetting, when you register, I should have started with this. When you register for the draft, guys that want to get in, after you register, there should be a PayPal link. You have to complete your registration, you have to submit that $15 on PayPal. Just because you filled out your information doesn't make your registration complete.
Yeah, so if you've done it and you haven't done your payment yet, you're going to need to go back and do that in order to be eligible for the draft.
Yes.
And that's good to know now, so that you don't get there and figure why, the draft comes like, well, why was I eligible? Make sure you get that fee taken care of as well.
Mm-hmm. And we also, we've had guys that no, you know what? When guys register, just make sure you're on that AAL2 roster, or have been on an AAL2 roster, because we have them, and because we can check. So especially the one now, make sure you're on that roster, or you're just gonna be like, well, I thought I was gonna get drafted. Well, you aren't on a AAL2 roster.
So essentially, big piece, you have to currently be or have been on an AAL2 roster in order to. If you're not that, then even if you register completely, you wouldn't be eligible. Also, question's gonna come up, so I'm gonna just go ahead and ask the question. Why do we pay registration for this?
So that registration is going to charity. Is really where it's going. We have a few where that's going to go to. We just haven't voted on which one of where that's going to go to. That's all it is. Honestly, it's nothing else.
There you go.
Short and sweet. There's nothing else to it.
I dig it. All right, so Commish, anything else you want to throw out for the people we'll let them know at this time, because I know we're not giving out all the information now.
Let's see. There are some teams reaching out for 27 already. So that's a good thing. Shout out the Ohio Legends with their arena, up there in Marion, where the Blue Racers used to play. So that's cool seeing a actual arena inside of the AAL2. That's awesome. But excited for another season. You got the South, you got the Cats talk about what they gonna do. You got the North talk about what they're gonna do. I know the East, they got some teams, some good teams. They got some good talent. So once again, it's gonna be a really competitive season, right? And the best part of it is you got another tier of teams that's a part of the league that if you ball out, you can get called up, right? Yeah. Or you can get pulled up at any moment, right? Rosters don't close until the last week of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you got your first 2 weeks to get drafted, but really you got 8 weeks of game film or 7 weeks of game film to really make a case for yourself.
There you go.
Right, just create your own farm system, within. We want to make sure we give guys a choice, because like I always say, you go to these tryouts for these teams and the coach says, you need to get more, experience, arena experience. Well, go find the AAL2 team, right? Go get that experience, because a lot of coaches in the AAL2 have been there.
Yeah.
Right, and can help you get to where you want to go, right? And that's our focus. And now to get to where you want to go is now within your league, within the AAL.
Yeah.
You don't have to go outside of it.
That
unless you choose to, but we got options for you right inside, from within.
That is true. That's very true. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Clarification on the draft process, what it takes to be eligible for the draft, what's going to be happening this upcoming season, all that good information. And make sure that you are here for all the episodes, because there'll be a lot of information, a lot of talk like this, as well as getting to know coaches and players throughout the season. And y'all know once the season starts, in order to hop on, you got to win your game. So,
got to win. Got to win.
Yeah, you got to win. So, everybody can't come every week. So, hey, got to make it happen. It's an incentive for those who get that dub. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna do the Jameis Winston, but get that big dub. So, Commish, man, any last bits of info, and of course, please let the people know where they can find you and the leagues as a whole.
You can find the AAL2 at the official AAL2 on Instagram. Also on Facebook at American Arena League 2. Find information also about the AAL2 at AmericanArenaLeague.org or AmericanArenaLeague.com. We'll have another announcement for the AAL2 with like an entertainment type for the gameplay, I should say, scoring and stuff. Should be coming out soon. So, we're excited, man. We just want to make sure we continue, moving and always doing something better every year. Just stay in our little corner.
Gotta do it. Just try to make that corner a little bit bigger every week.
That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Continue growing this thing organically.
So again, if you are watching, please make sure that you're liking. You can hit that heart as well, sharing, and subscribing if you haven't already. definitely want to grow this league, this talk, this ability to kind of get on and chop it up and talk about what's going on with the league and get that information out to as many people as possible. But having said that,
I got one more
3.
thing. One more thing.
Go ahead, sir.
Just want to make sure that we say that we are not competing with no league out there. No league. We are in our own little space. We're not trying to be any other indoor or arena league out there.
That's been consistent from last year as well. Yeah, it's just about doing what AAL2 does and not worrying about what, whatever other league is doing. We have come up with the name of a whole bunch of other leagues. We're just going to say, we in our space. We staying in our lane, like LeVar Ball say. We staying in our lane.
Yep, that's it.
All right, with that being said, episode 3, season 2, AAL2. We in the books. We will be back. Another episode soon, very soon. Stay tuned. Be ready. If you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notifications, whenever we're on, you're going to know about it. All right. And with that being said, we are out. We'll be back with another episode very soon for you good people.
Retro.